It appears that former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani upset not only the hosts of The Masked Singer, but a lot of people. I know, right? Now, this is according to a report in Deadline. Giuliani was unmasked during a taping of the primetime series, where I don't really watch The Masked Singer, but I kind of get the whole premise of it, where I guess you have people that dress up and like, I'm guessing like B-list celebrities or something like that. People who are washed up. I don't know. Again, I don't watch it. But apparently they do like a song and dance or something like that, and then the hosts have to guess who they are. Man, this is why I don't watch television. Wow. All right, but anyway, now apparently Giuliani was booked onto this show and did his little song and dance routine. We don't know what he was dressed up as. We don't know what the song was. We don't know any of that since it's a pre-tape, hasn't been shown yet. But apparently, as soon as they saw who that person was, unmasked, so to speak, and by the way, I'm very surprised that Giuliani even wore a mask. But hey, as soon as they unmasked him, you had two judges, Ken Jeong and Robin Thicke, who decided they were going to leave the stage. Gone. Now, they left in protest. Later the people who stayed were Jenny McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy. Now, that's not a name I've heard in a very long time. Now, Jenny McCarthy, you know, she's one of the OG anti-vaxxers, or at least one of the more famous OG anti-vaxxers, who, you know, pushed the dangerous conspiracies that allegedly linked autism to vaccination, which again is totally not true. Now, there's another person that stayed and, you know, chatted with Giuliani. I've never heard of her. Nicole Scherzinger, I have no idea who she is. I'm not like somebody who knows celebrity culture. Again, I just told you I don't watch TV, and this is exactly the reason I don't watch TV. It is a cultural wasteland, so to speak. But like, notice the people who left. Now Ken Jeong, he's fine. I don't have a problem with him. But how bad of a person do you have to have Robin Thicke be disgusted with you? Really? Again, Jenny McCarthy, bad enough, right? But apparently, Giuliani had crossed what little blurred lines were left. I mean, after all, Rudy Giuliani did try to overturn an election for Donald Trump, and it's currently investigation. Just saying. But again, aside from all of that, he's still an incredibly embarrassing figure. The guy who leaked hair dye during a press conference, very, very famously, by the way, farting on people during that famous court appearance. Remember that? Doing a press conference at the Four Seasons. No, not that Four Seasons. No, the Four Seasons landscaping company, right beside the sex shop. Yes. And so, look, the guy's an absolute clown. Hey, maybe that was his costume. Anyway, this entire thing did cause a little bit of outrage and a lot of excellent puns and jokes online. But yes, there were people that were righteously angry about this. And, you know, it kind of reminds me of the outrage they had when they brought on Sarah Palin back in 2020. So now, of course, that's related because why do you think they bring these people on? They're lightning rods. Yeah, you get the headlines, you get the stories, you get the clicks, you get the outrage. Hell, that's why I'm talking about it, because there's an outrage. And so people be mad. And for good reason, of course. But here's a couple of examples of some serious points that I thought were pretty interesting. I've Gone Feral says this: these rehab the evil aspects of shows ruins it for me. Now, look, before I get into the rest of that quote, an example of is Sean Spicer on Dancing with the Stars. And so, you know, it's a little spicy, right? But then he continues by saying, there are people who deserve to be on these shows who haven't tried to destroy democracy, haven't corruptly obstructed the peaceful transfer of power. This is why we have to break up monopolized media. No, those are perfectly good points. All very good points. A big dumb idiot man comes in and also says this. The only explanation I can think of is that the show was counting on massive controversy, getting people talking about it again. A calculated PR stunt. Otherwise, I can't possibly fathom why they would willingly allow for something so obviously inflammatory. Big dumb idiot man. That is probably one of the best, most well articulated points that I've heard. Excellent job. Now, on a serious, or I should say a much less serious point, you have another Powell just remarking, "Oh no, I must have died, and this is hell." True. And finally, Nobel Prize in Sarcasm tops it off by saying, quote, "That costume must have reeked of scotch and hair dye." And probably sadness. But that's just me adding on to that.